Yes, yeah. You personally knew Biggie as well, right?
Before the beef,
Huh?
Because you was there whenever they did that freestyle.
Yeah, I was on stage. Me and Big.
Yeah. How was that energy at that time? Because them killing that shit. I seen the video. I'm like, oh my God. It looked like you had to been there moment. Two icons on in a prime.
Well, you know, Pac is my brother. Pac is my man. And I knew he just kills the moment. The moment. That was the moment where you be prepared for the right
this is energy.
Time, for the opportunity, for that moment. That's one of the best freestyles ever caught on tape.
Yeah, it is.
Okay? And I like, Pac is ready. Pac, watch this. I'm like, watch this. Like, if I killed it, yeah, that was the Garden. I think that was the Garden. I do believe that was Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it might have
that's
been.
right.
Hey, do you think they would have ever squashed their beef if they were still alive these days?
Well, Pac, it may not have always looked like it, but Pac was a man of peace. If there was an opportunity, Pac, you know, possibly, you know.
Pac's ashes. Did you smoke them?
Hell yeah.
Who all smoked them?
There was a few of us in his bedroom.
Few of the homies, just few of the homies, like because did like y'all smoke like all of them, or did it? Because I knew Afeni said that she put some in her garden. Well, that's what it said on the magazine coverage that she did.
No, we did not smoke all of them. No, we just you know, we already had these discussions. Pac was saying, Nick, when I die, y'all can smoke
me. Right, I feel that. I want to go. I think anybody who wants to, you know, live, you know what I'm saying? I think my homeboy, RPQB, because we was Pac fans, and I can hear him to this day. He be like, yo, if y'all don't smoke me, I don't know what the fuck y'all gonna do after this shit. Like
man request.
Right. Because I always wondered, I was like, yo, did they really smoke him? Like, I always be like, yo, you know,
powerful spirit, you know,
right?
His energy, his spirit was strong,
and he was real different.
But, you know, our time period, we're lucky to have, you know, experienced somebody like that, you know.
And he was obviously good friends, like best friends with Jada. He also dated Madonna. How much do these people mean to Tupac? Like, you could see it from like paparazzi's perspective.
Right.
I was gonna say, you know, him and Jada go way back.
Yeah.
And there's always love for Jada. Jada's still my homie to this day. You know what I mean? It's that's like family right there. And I was there when he met Madonna.
Okay.
You know, she actually handed me the note to give to Pac. Like, you know, they need to talk at MTV. Yeah.
What'd the note say?
She sat down right next to me. I was like, oh shit, Madonna. Like, how long's he got? I'm like, I don't know. You know.
What was on the note?
I didn't read it.
Okay, good.
You know,
it's just like meet me in this room kind of thing.
You know, he respected her. She good people.
Yeah, she must be.
One wasn't.
Of course, he was supposed to be a menace to society.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. And then it trickles right into my next question about the Spice One music video. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Y'all gonna talk about that, huh? Oh.
I'm just trying to pick your brain. I'm trying to get as much insight scoop here, just for
you know, we had a lot of love for the Hughes brothers because we helped.
Brenda's got a baby.
We helped them grow. He shot one of Pac's first videos, and Pac didn't have to let him do that. They Pac and those guys was building a relationship, and they wanted Pac to do their project, but he was hot as fish grease at the time, so he was busy. He was shooting Poetic Justice, I think, at the time. Like, just wait, after this, I'm at you. And then when Pac finally come around and make the time for him to shoot his project, you know, there was a bit of little Hollywood. He got a little Hollywood on him. Because I didn't go in the audition. I didn't go in all these auditions. I couldn't go in all these auditions. So I was out in the car. I drove him there.
Okay.
I know how he was when he came out. He was mad as shit. You know, he said they tried to embarrass him in front of his peers. I think Too Short was in there, some other dudes in. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm going with what Pac said. And then, Pac felt disrespected after doing all he did for him. You know.
Or do you have an idea of what you think happened that night in Vegas?
Which night?
In Vegas. We don't need to talk about the Hughes brothers.
Well, okay. In a case like that, that's so high profile, it attracts corruption.
Okay.
It attracts corruption. So until you can carve away the corruption and figure out what's behind it, under it, around it, it's sorted, especially with Las Vegas involved.
Because they don't want it to look bad in their beautiful city.
Come on, man. Everybody know the game. You know, there's too much money flowing through there. You know, it's show is funny.
The only time I've ever been to
funny.
The only time I ever been to Vegas, I made sure I went down to Colville and Flamingo, where the shooting happened, right? So I had to do my due diligence to get down there. Yeah, do you like Vegas, or do we hate Vegas now?
It's mixed.
Mixed.
It's mixed because I've had some good times there with Pac. You know what I'm saying? Me and Pac and the drop bins, you know, rolling down the strip with crazy fans around them and around us, and that's something that can't be replaced. You know, me and him going to the fights. You know, I'm always remember that. At the same time, I'm always remember the other shit. So it's like mixed.
And what was your thoughts on the All Eyes on Me movie then when it came out? I
didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm kind of glad you didn't.
Yeah. It wasn't as good as I thought, but
out of all biopics, I mean, the thing was to me was I was like, okay, where's Mopreme? I'm like, damn, you ain't gonna just show. I guess they had Mopreme, but they ain't have the story about Mopreme, like how they are brothers and how they like how much y'all did with each other.
Haters go hate.
Right. So I didn't understand that because I know as a Pac fan and as in Pac, you know, Pac would be like, okay, what the fuck is my brother? First of all, and what the hell are you doing with the rest of the people?
Did you guys have any input? Was there any input from the family?
Well, you know, when you're making a film, it goes through different peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
Started out thinking it could be a good thing, then it got sour. You dig? I fell back. You know, fell back.
Yeah, and there's too much of his life to shove into an 1.5-hour movie.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people involved trying to tell the story that they're not even really part of, and if you don't listen to direction, then that's what you get.
I know we brought up Richie Rich earlier. Have you actually seen his bike, his custom painted bike of fuck?
Yeah, I seen it. Shout out to the double, Richie Rich.
Shout out to Richie Rich.
We got a lot of friends in common. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, stupid real, man. We had him on the show. He was stupid.
He basically did his interview the whole time from sitting on top of that bike.
Shining the bike, man, sipping his drink.
Surprised. He's a very he's a very arrogant man. I'm not surprised at all. The double, yeah, we got a lot of friends in common. Shout out to the double. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I know that's what 415s. That's when I got to the Bay. All that was around